Happy Halloween. I attended the Martinez Zombie Crawl yesterday and I guess got a little inspired, as it were. So I've been up, I was up overnight crafting and putting things together. Thought I'd share with you what I've done. Still got a lot of decorating to do. But what I did was got one of these foam heads. I believe you could pick these up at Michael's or something. And you wrap it up in plastic wrap, saran wrap, something like that. And after sealing that up thoroughly, you start piling on tons and tons of clear packing tape. Did about 5 of these last night. I've still got some ideas that I'm kicking around, but I'll show you what I did. So this here is a mannequin that we've been gifted, and we found an old sheet that we just draped on it, used some safety pins and whatnot, and some random bits of cloth or whatever to cover her up. Put some of the netting in here, then went to the dollar store and got one of those simple plastic skull masks and put that on her, and also draped some of the cloth over that, the netting cloth. And I don't think it's here now. No, it's not. But we got some of those mini strobes, and we slipped it in there behind the back, so it'll kind of blink and you're able to see the skull at night. These here, we pick up the styrofoam pumpkins also at the dollar store, and get like one of those mini razor knives. First we trace on a face and cut it open. Then we find one of those little electronic tea lights, the round ones, place it on the bottom, do a circle around it, like trace a circle around it, then cut that out, and the tea light fits in there perfectly, so you turn it on at night and it glows. These were actually, let me see if I can separate them. Come on there. Yeah, this creepy cloth gets everywhere. Thank you. Still working.
I like the art.
Pretty awesome, huh?
Hey, you guys got the Beetlejuice stuff back up?
Probably. We're still working out the kinks. We might have a display that looks like a swamp. Things like that, yeah.
Oh, Gotham?
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
I didn't know someone Brady was coming. I wasn't expecting that.
He doesn't look the part. It wasn't what I would have expected, but it was pretty cool. I like what they're doing.
I want to see show Killer Croc.
That would be cool. That'd be really cool. Might be, that's a tricky one, because they could either do the really, really bad CGI thing, which would probably be cheaper, or they could do an awesome makeup thing. So, yeah, that was really cool. Friendly neighbor there complimenting us on the display. Sorry for the interruption, but I didn't want to be rude. Anyway, somebody gave us these. They're supposed to be just like little ghosties that you put on a pike or something and you hang it. And I had the brilliant idea for Reaper here that these would make awesome wings, but I can't figure out how to attach them. But look at that, isn't that cool? These make really cool wings. So I'm hopefully going to figure that out by tonight. You might have heard our neighbor mention the arms, so this is what we've got going on here. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So what we did was we, again, dollar store stuff, went there and we picked up some of the pool noodles, the big foam noodles. You can see right there. And we attached 2 of them, well, we taped them together. And using string and tape and things like that, first we wrapped the arms in painted drop cloth, or whatever it is, I don't know. It's just like really, really thin plastic. So we wrapped it up in this, taped it, then we taped some creepy cloth on it, and we picked up these big plastic zombie hands at the Dollar Tree and attached it to the end there. We've got it got like a little stake here that we stabbed into the ground, so it's resting on top of that. And then, oh, I completely forgot. So these are what the heads look like after you make them up. So what we did here was we got some tomato cages and we put them upside down and have the stakes going into the head. And at night it looks brilliant because it looks like they're just floating. And I'm having trouble, I was thinking about maybe putting creepy cloth around the cage area or something, but I really like the effect of the floating heads. So what we are currently working on now is, I'm getting ahead of myself, I'm sorry. So also at the dollar store, we picked up these little mini LED string things of lights. They come in blue, white, and red. We're primarily doing red. If they did green, that would be brilliant. But anyway, take 2 AA batteries and turn these on. It's just like a little string of lights, colored lights, but we've got the lights up in the heads right there. So at night you turn that on and it looks really brilliant. Now, what I was getting at, let's see if I can pull this out without causing too much damage. So you can see there's something in there that's like a little plastic brain. I think we picked that up in Sacramento and it's like wrapped in a package to make it look like meat. But what we want to do is we want to somehow hot glue the brain up at the top here, like that. And then of course with the lights at night, I'm thinking that would look pretty cool. So that's what we're currently working on. I had another idea too. Oh yeah, so we've got several bloody hearts and things like that also. And what we're wanting to do with these is we want to somehow attach some string, preferably fishing line or something, and tie it off somewhere onto this cage so that it's just dangling underneath the head like that. And I also thought that might look kind of cool. So the reasons why we have all these heads here, like this, is because in front of our window we set up a little theater. And we've got a nice skeleton there presenting the show. He's got electronic eyes, so if you turn them on they'll glow, but you won't be able to see that right now. So what we did here is we just went to various used clothes stores and things like that, picked up some sheets, got a PVC pipe, which is currently on the ground, but we'd attached it to the bottom of the sheet so it'd lay taut. And then also at one of the dollar stores we picked up this haunted movie projector, as they call it. Again, you're not going to be able to see it, but it plays like a haunted theme that kind of sounds like The Sting, if you're familiar with that piece of music. And it projects onto there, and it's just like this simple little dancing skeleton frame by frame animation. And it kind of plays in a loop. It's obviously sound activated. Here's the other arm. Need to do some adjustments here. Guess we didn't tape it up tight enough. And the same thing goes for this arm. It's constructed the same way. The stake we're using though is falling apart. We're going to have to replace that. It's just a piece of bamboo. So this is what we're doing for Halloween, I guess. And we've got these cages here. These are all dollar store purchases. With the birds, we're probably going to put some electronic tea lights in those. We were hoping to have it function as a kind of lantern for our Reaper here, or whatever you want to call it. And we tied a string from the wrist to the neck. You can still kind of see it around the neck here. So she was able to hold out her arm like this, and we put the cage right there. So you know, looks like she's showing you the way or something. And our beautiful, brilliant cat, in all her annoying playfulness, decided to attack the mannequin, broke the string, the mannequin fell, and went to pieces. So we had to put that back together again, and for some reason couldn't get it to work the way it could last time. We'll figure something out though. Right, so one last look. Here's the little styrofoam pumpkins. We've got 2 lights in. Here are the heads. That's the mini theater there. We'll be doing a lot more, of course. You heard us talking to our neighbor. We're going to try to set up some kind of swamp theme. Lots of decayed greenery and swampy goodness, maybe a fog machine or something like that. We may not even get that far, but we'll see. It's going to sound like I'm bragging, but I really, really do love the Halloween season, so of course our house we go all out with decorating and everything, so we get a lot of traffic, people asking what we're doing this year, things like that. It's kind of nice. Nobody really talks to us otherwise. And we were thinking of draping a bunch of cloth and things like that over the house to just make it look like one big shrouded mess. But we kind of been second guessing that because of all the fires in California and things like that. We're not going to be able to light up pumpkins with candles because this stuff is highly flammable. We've got a lot of plastic skulls and eyeballs and things like that. We're going to hot glue it on that log there, and also put some candles on it, electronic candles. Make it look like some kind of shrine or whatever. These pumpkins we've had quite a long time, and we leave them up all year. I think they're beautiful. And we put the electronic tea lights in those. We're gonna probably hot glue some more spiders around here as a distraction. Some coming off the skull, some crawling up here, whatever. The reason why we say distraction is because this spider right here is the animatronic kind that drops when you make sound. So we figure everybody's too busy looking at these and they're kind of gonna miss that. At least we hope that's how it works. Alright, so we're still working. Maybe we'll show you the final result. Maybe we won't even get there. But yeah, that zombie crawl inspired us to do some more decorating. So we're gonna have to get back to work. Thank you all. Happy Halloween.